What's up, boosting bullshitters? Episode 39. 39.
Wow. Don't forget that
All
like and share and subscribe.
exactly. Like and share, subscribe. Boosting bullshit, episode 39, presented by Jessel. What do you think about Jessel? You all jesseled out today.
I'm jezeled out, baby. But you know them guys are the leader in valve train components from all applications, right? You got your rockers, you got your lifters, you got your belt drives. You like how you do that? Hey, everybody in the world uses Jessel products, whether however you're fast, wild to mild, baby. They get you. Check them out on Instagram, YouTube, or jessel.com.
That's right. That's right. So boosting bullshit, man. It's it feels like it's been a month since we've been on here, but it's only been 2 weeks.
Well,
And I've had a lot going on. You've had a lot going on. A lot going on everywhere. Good Lord, the internet exploded.
did it not? It did not. Been a little time. You ain't been making no hits. We just been out doing. What you been fishing? What you been doing?
It's been too hot to fish, and we ain't had no rain. We finally got a little rain today. We've been in a drought. It's been pretty bad. But working, man, just dude, I'm telling you, just working like crazy. Been racing a lot, so had to pay attention to some work.
Yes, sir. That catches up to you, don't it?
Now all you do is vacation.
Dude, I got to keep the family happy too. Got to keep the grandkids happy. Got to keep my daughter happy. I got to keep the wife happy. I got to keep everybody happy. That's a job.
I did go to the beach, 4th of July weekend. Went to the beach with my best friend and his family and my family. We went down there to Sunset, rode around on the boat a little bit. As Buddy Perkinson said, me and him were talking the other night, and I was bitching and complaining about how hot the beach is. We went down there literally at about 9 o'clock one morning, and it was like 900 degrees and no wind. And I was bitching and complaining, and he said he did the same thing, and his wife looked at him like, really? I get to have to go to the racetrack and it's hot as bejesus when we go there.
So, that's different. That's different.
I guess it's different. I don't know.
That's just different. But it was nice to relax a little bit. We went to the ocean too. We went for a little bit. You sent me a little picture, little tootsies in the sand. I seen it. And
I can't relax, man. I'm just not a beach guy. I do enjoy the beach. Like I enjoy the thought and the process of the beach, and even them going and watching the kids have fun and going out to eat and that kind of thing. But I don't know, man. It's just hard for me to relax.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't do well in the sand. Sand sucks for me. I hate
it's
it.
All in my crevasses, my crevasses.
Yep.
And I don't like it. Literally, my wife will tell you the funniest story. I have a thing about getting in the water and shit hitting my feet and touching my feet, and I'll flip out.
As much as you fish, and you're worried about something touching your feet.
Well, if I'm going like that, dude, I've got waders or fish shoes on or something, dude. I'm telling you, like, yeah, I can't take it. I flip out, and my daughter has become just like me. So
that's crazy. I would have never thought it.
Nope. Yeah,
but it was nice to relax. And you go with the kids. We do a little swimming in the morning, get a little nap in the afternoon. So I guess that is a little bit relaxing. Although sometimes I can't take that nap. I just can't do it.
Now I can nap. I nap at the racetrack a lot.
I don't know how you do that. That's
you always come by and they're like, "Where's he doing?" He's napping.
I'm like, man's 40-something years old. He should not be napping.
I have to nap.
You must got that from Bob.
He don't nap.
He don't nap. Just you.
Shut up long enough to nap.
Maybe you just work too much. I think that's the problem.
No, I really think I was fighting off like a cold or a little something. Dude, I was so tired when I was down there. Like I felt bad for the kids because I think I took like 2 4-hour naps back to back. Like I'd get up long enough to go eat dinner, come back and go to bed. Like, I don't know. So
that's crazy, dude. But it was a good long weekend, and then you come back to the hustle bustle of the job.
Yeah, it is definitely. We're super busy. It's a busy time of year for us. Just travel season, air conditioned season, batteries, you name it. If it's hot, it's breaking, and it's been super hot out here. It's been like 105 heat index. My poor shop, we got as many fans and stuff as I can got going, and it just, dude, these guys that work for me work hard. They work in it, and today was a little bit of a breather. It was about 85 and cloudy. So
yes, you guys, I seen a couple of lake pictures down there. Look like you got a lot of dirt and very little water. Like,
dude, yeah.
It looks like the boat ramps are up here. The water's way down there.
Yeah, I just got back from I'm on the fire department board here locally for our local fire department, and we had to go in and make a lot of decisions. And We had a drowning last week. Our poor lake, Jordan Lake near us, they have a lot of drownings and a lot of mishaps that happen on it. It's a big lake, but there's no houses on it. It's a state lake, and it's gotten really low, and it's into some water levels where there's not a lot of people.
Yep.
People don't go, and I think some kids are getting caught up in some things they probably shouldn't have, and it's unfortunate. I mean, we don't like to see it. It breaks my heart to see anybody lose their life, especially when you're out thinking you're having a good day on the lake, but they think they're going to close the boat ramps. We've lost a lot of water, so we're about 8 foot down.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just unbelievable how it's Southern Virginia and North Carolina is really bad. So
it's just in this little pocket here too, like Greensboro, Reidsville, Virginia, like that part of Virginia hasn't been too bad, but like I don't know what it is. But
yep. Got a big show.
We do have a great big show, guys.
Big
I mean,
show.
Yep. Please like and subscribe. Helps us out, keep this thing going. Next one will be a big one. It'll be 40th episode, so that'll be a big one. It'll be about as old as the 2 people we have coming on next. So
we got 2 big superstars this go around here.
I know. I'm a little nervous. I don't know about you. I'm nervous.
I'm very nervous. Superstars here
coming. I'm only nervous about one of them. The other one doesn't really bother me that bad. One of them makes me really nervous. I don't know.
They do. I get a little jittery. So let's bring them on. Let's bring them on. Let's get them on the show.
So, this has been these 2 people have been hot for the last 10 years. I'd say one of them's really changed a career in the last 5, but I mean, these 2 people right here, I'm really nervous about bringing them on. They're movie stars. They're some of the baddest racers in the world, and one of them is married to a great racer. So without further ado, the Enders. The Enders.
Well, we got both of them.
Look at her. She's got the Enders.
That's both of them girls. Look at it. Welcome to the Boost and BS.
I'm the one you're scared of, right, Jason?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I thought so.
No. I'm telling you, Erica intimidates the shit out of me. I don't know what it is.
Why?
I don't know. You're such a good. I don't know. Like in my eyes, you're like older than me, but I know you're not, obviously, but you've just been racing a long time and you're really good at it. And so I'm like intimidated by it a little bit.
Greed.
Plus I've had some
Greed.
I did. When I ran her at the World Series race, I was like, I mean, I wasn't scared to let off the button, but I'm like,
no, you weren't.
I said, I know she's going to be killer. I can't look bad. I got to at least try to be decent. That's
me and Court have had some late night alcoholic beverages together, so we've shared some things. Yeah. So.
It's so funny. I help manage Erica's schedule, and I just remind her because we scheduled this quite a while ago, and I'm like, hey, we have this show tonight. And she's like, oh, which one's that? And I'm like, Jason Harris, Party Time, and Steve King. She goes, yeah, he beat me at World Series.
I still have the time slip in my 20 fire suit pocket, my Pro Mod fire suit pocket.
Yeah, she kept a hold of that.
I got fitted for the top fuel cart last month, and I reached in the pocket and I pulled it out, and I'm like, yep, there it is.
There it is.
Freaking pig.
I was winning that day until I wasn't.
00.
That's the way it is for me every time.
Yep. I thought I was 11 and she was 00, or I don't know, somewhere. And I'm like, come on, I can't even catch up on it.
You did fantastic. I was glad to see you win.
You ladies have really changed drag racing one way or the other. I think Erica's changed drag racing for the little girls that want to go racing. And I think Courtney has brought another side of it where, hey, I might not be the best driver in the world, but I can also run a microphone. I can do producing. I can do what, the other side of drag racing that a lot of people don't see. And I mean, I think kudos to you. And I think a lot of this stemmed. And it's kind of scary. If you watch the movie, it was like set up this way, wasn't it? Or was it not?
Well, I think that the fate was kind of there before we knew it. It's
I think so.
Normally people get the movie after they've done all the things.
Yeah.
And this one was kind of a precursor.
Yes.
I think you're right. And going back and watching it, obviously, it's an older film. So, the quality and stuff's a little different what we're used to now. There's no digital this and computer animated that. It's real racing. And I was sitting there watching it because I watched it with my kids years ago, but I wanted to refresh myself because I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't see somebody picking their nose in there and I didn't catch it or something. But it was really amazing to see that this Heart Like a Wheel. You guys seen that? I don't know if you guys ever seen it. My wife had never seen it. And I was like, dude, this is like a modern day Heart Like a Wheel kind of thing. And it kind of led that way. I mean, it kind of ended up that you were a great drag racer, and you were a great drag racer even before that, I think, because you had a lot of junior talent before you did that. And then all of a sudden now you're this great pro stock driver. Not such good pro mod driver, but a great pro stock driver.
She had an itch.
I seen that.
Yeah.
That little something there. But.
And it's just, I think if anybody needs to refresh themselves of why we do what we do, watching the movie, if you can get into the movie and really watch the heart of the movie and what it becomes, I really felt like the things that that Erica went through in the movie is a lot of things that I've dealt with as a driver, separating family from racing, separating regular life from racing, right? I think we all have to deal with that now to this day.
It's a very difficult job. And obviously these two girls here did a great job of it, but you gave a lot of sacrifices up to do it. I'm sure that, and that's in the movie too. I mean,
so how did the movie come about? Like, whose idea was the movie?
Go ahead, E.
So Courtney and I became the first sisters to win a national together, and People magazine did a feature story on us, and one of the Disney executives saw the feature in People, and we say his people called our people. They called our dad. And from the time the phone call happened till the time the movie was released, it took 5 years, but it was during a time when Disney was doing a handful of movies about females in male dominated sports. The other two that you might recognize are Double Teamed, about the twin sisters that played basketball and went on to play in the WNBA, and then Motocrossed, about a little girl who raced motocross and like cut her hair and dressed like a boy so she could fit in and people wouldn't be awful to her, and then Right on Track. So it was kind of cool how it all went down.
And you guys grew up. Did you guys grow up at the racetrack even before the junior dragster stuff? I mean, your dad raced a lot. I mean, the way the movie started out.
Yep. We watched him growing up, and then it worked out perfectly because I was already 8 years old when NHRA came out with the Junior Drag Racing League, and that was back when it was 8 to 17 could drive, and now the age has since been lowered to 5. But I started when I was 8. Courtney's 3 years younger than me, and when she turned 8, she started also. And it was just, I mean, we played stick and ball sports throughout high school and college as well, but we drag raced. That's what we did every weekend.
I don't see you quite being the best volleyball player like you were in the movie, though. Were you that? Was that you? Oh, okay.
Well, when it's your movie, you can be the star.
Yeah, okay. She took both of our stories and combined them into hers. No, I'm just kidding. They did that. There was a main character, but she did play, and she was good. But she may try and beat me up later for saying this. But to be fair, you're the world champion drag racer. I think that I was the naturally a little bit better.
Yeah, everything came. Courtney's just like a really talented athlete all around, and she was a really good race car driver too. Everything she does, she's good at. She has rhythm. I have none. Like, I always had to work really, really hard to be good at stuff that Courtney was just like, yeah, I'm just good.
You're like B+.
B+.
You're like B+ at racing. So,
well, I think in the movie, Courtney says, "I'm good because of you, Erica."
Yes.
So she had to live. That's what we're saying. So.
Yeah, but you grew up behind her. You grew up behind her, seeing her drive and passion. And I'm sure that had a drastic toll upon you to try to want to outdo her.
Yeah, it's very true. There was that for sure, that part of it, and I'm only quoting these because I heard you guys had to watch the movie to do your research. But the part where I get in her older car and you can clearly see that I wanted to gun after her. And it wasn't necessarily gunning after. Little sisters, I think, get a little bit of a bad rap of like, we want to follow in the footsteps, but if you're competitive, you want to do it just as good or better. But Erica always was much more heavily involved in the garage. Like, even before juniors were invented, which is fun to say because we're 100, before they were invented, Erica would be in the garage with my dad, and I would be coming home from whatever, and she would, with her long blue jean shorts and a wrench in her back pocket, and she was always jorts. 90s were cool. She was always more heavily involved in that, and I think that that's what made her the all-around better one, was understanding of the why. Like, you can get in the car, and you can leave and you can learn how to drive the top end, especially going 40 and 50 like we were. That was the most fun part to me, was top end manipulation. But she's always had a better understanding of the vehicle and the why. And then as you grow into the bigger cars, that was one of the reasons why I kind of opted on the other side, was I watched her religiously, even in the Pro Stock car, and teaching other people how to drive it. And if you don't have that understanding, that's where memorizing instead of understanding makes a great driver and not. And I respect the vehicle enough to say I would be a memorizer. So watching her kind of made me realize which road to take.
I can see that. I mean, kind of the same thing in my dad's shoes. I don't have a brother. I'm an only child. So I had my dad. My dad raced. I watched him, and I learned how to be a great racer just from watching him and others and being around the racetrack. So I can kind of see where that.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I had Jeff Miller, which he's a little older than I am, but getting into a pro mod style car compared to a street car. So that was unbelievable difference when you step into that supercharged car compared to a regular one. I didn't have no idea what I was stepping into. So I could imagine you girls coming up and going from starting at a junior dragster at least get you going. And obviously you did great. And then to step into a pro stock car, I mean, it's still totally different, I'm sure.
Very.
Yeah. And you drove for Keith Haney for a little while, just a brief second, right? I remember that was that before Pro Stock or no?
No, it was in 2013. And my debut in Pro Stock was 2005. So in 13, I had a couple of events that I didn't have a sponsor for. So Keith, and I didn't know Keith, he called me and asked me to drive his nitrous car at the time.
I remember, yeah.
So my first go at that was in Memphis, and it was like super humid out. So when you purge, like I have this badass picture of the car when you do the nitrous purge, it's just like going to the moon. It's pretty cool.
I do remember that. I remember that.
It was fun. It was interesting. I just drove a couple of races with him and then back to Pro Stock.
So how much input did you two have on what happened in the movie as far as plot wise or character wise? Like, did they just say, hey, Courtney, were you guys just there for like, oh, this is what we do when we drag race? Or did you guys actually have to coach them as far as the life stuff too?
Yeah, my dad, Eric, I'll let you talk about Beverly, but my dad was very, very firm in this, of where some things had to be realistic, and he wanted, the vision of our family to be what it was. And so I think that was part of the reason why it took so long. And he had also made it very clear, like, I have to go back and step into the drag racing world. You can make a movie and it can be complete bullshit, full of fake. Like, we had smoke machines and they would pick the cars up and move them around to do the crazy burnouts. But he really wanted to be able to walk back into the drag racing world and say that he portrayed it correctly. And then on the personality front, I think we got really lucky because we met Beverly and Bree before we'd started filming. And my mom and I went to California and hung out with Bree and her mom. And Beverly, I had met before, just in a random thing. We were on the was that the Donnie and Marie show?
Donnie and Marie, yeah.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Marie show, and that was very cool. And Jessica Biel was on that show. So basically, I'm best friends with Justin Timberlake. It's fine. But she was on that show, and I got to talking to her and was a big fan of Seventh Heaven. And so she had said that we could go to the set, and my mom and I were the only ones in California. So we met Beverly randomly. And then when Bev got this audition call, she remembered that that's who we were. And so we kind of had a little connection with her. But Bree and I hung out. We went to Hollywood Boulevard. We got our freaking ears pierced together. Like, we had the best of time, and we were like this from the start, and we were identical. There was no training necessary. And Erica and Beverly, I think you guys were the same way. Just personalities luckily clicked.
That is pretty cool. And they both went on to do big things. Right. Yeah. And I remember Seventh Heaven because I was watching it. I was like, I know that girl from somewhere.
Yeah.
And I had to look it up. I was like, Seventh Heaven. I used to love that show.
So you all had a lot of input on the set. Oh, I mean, you went to a lot of the sets.
Besties.
Yeah, we were on set the entire 6 weeks it took to film the movie. My dad served as we all served as technical advisors. And like Courtney said, he wanted to make it as realistic as possible. Dwayne Dunham, who was the director or producer, whatever, he finally told my dad, he's like, listen, 50 million people are going to see this movie. 50,000 of those people know the technicalities of drag racing. So I'm going to go ahead and play to the 50 million. So my dad, kind of had to back up a little bit on a few things. And if you guys watch it, I mean, you can see the things that stand out that aren't realistic, and that's silly and that's stupid, whatever. But for the most part, I mean, and you have to like take an aerial view of it. Oh, Courtney, nice shirt.
What is happening?
Wow.
What the?
You know what's sad is that little girl's probably 30 now.
Yeah.
She is.
So that was young Courtney with young Courtney.
Oh,
Right.
Wow. Where did you get that at? Hot Topic or somewhere?
Jason, I was cool in the late 90s, early 2000s. It doesn't mean that the style was hot, but I was.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just want the bangs. I figured you were going to come on here with the bangs.
I had them. I was a gymnast. So like all the gymnasts had the bangs, but there's our dad. Oh my gosh.
Cow.
So this shot right here, like in particular, I remember having just trauma over, because when we pulled into the top end, you had to stop like right on this little piece of masking tape and the lights and this. And I remember just pulling those juniors around like 400 times to get it right on the right spot with the sun in the right place and all of that. But there was so many little intricacies like that. Look at Dad.
I know, he's so young. He has a flat top.
Oh,
Look at those dad shoes he's got on.
Yep, dad shoes.
Is look at that.
Those
Look
are
at the
Nikes.
cell phone. Look at that cell phone in the back there. But
Oh,
yeah.
he had a flip phone before the
flip phone.
Satellite phone.
I'm pretty sure he probably still has those Levi's.
I'm pretty sure he does too. And I went out to dinner with him the other night, and I was expecting those shoes, and his wife bought him some really cool Quadros, and that was the first comment I made was no dad shoes.
Hey, when you guys were filming, did you actually drive the cars, or did?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah,
That's what I say. Did you guys actually drive the cars?
because I looked and tried to see you guys' eyes. Like I'm trying to look and
Right.
see who. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
that's not stunt doubles. That's them.
Yeah, we did the stunt driving.
Yeah, right.
And like the other cars too. Like there was a couple funny story. Jaron Mott, who occasionally drives Top Fuel every now and again on the West Coast, he was a part of it. Here goes my dog, Spencer's home. He was a part of it and drove, but there was only like 3 or 4 of us that drove any of the cars. And so we would do one of the scenes in our car, and you can tell like Bree would be in it. They would have a flatbed trailer and be filming them going down the racetrack on a flatbed trailer. And then to get the exterior shots, it was us. So the roll cage was like here, and here's Bree. And then the next shot, it's like me like this in it. And you can tell those little things. Like that was Beverly in your car.
No, I think that's me.
Are you sure?
I don't know. They're doing a close up. Look at it because they're measuring like how far away.
I think that's Beverly because it was the eye shot. But it was so wild to see just the different takes and when each of us were in it. But yeah, we did all the driving. Is that Tony Schumacher?
Is that Tony Schumacher? Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's Tony Schumacher. Yeah.
I forgot he was in there.
Wow.
Tom Compton was there too.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
He
I
presented the trophy. That's crazy.
You guys are going down memory lane here.
I love the 1/4 mile, 1/8 mile racing that you guys did too.
Say hi for a second.
Look at all these hosers.
I mean,
What's up?
What up, Spence?
It's a live show.
Don't worry about it. Cool,
It's
Spence.
all good.
Go drink an Outlaw Light. You'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go crack one.
He said, "Let me get one."
Yeah. So look, there's Erica. Like, I mean, my dad's in a director chair right there. The woman that is in front of us, that was, oh my gosh, I can't remember her first name, but they owned Motivational Tubing, and they built the junior.
No,
dragsters.
isn't that Judy Amond?
Oh, that's Judy Amon. You're right. Our engine builder. I mean, same
Yeah, our
thing.
engine
That's
builder's
Judy Amon,
wife. And
sorry.
is that Mommy Tim?
Yeah, that's the Motivational Tubing guy.
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
He built
Um,
our
so-
chassis and they built our engines. Yeah.
So we had like our whole team of people that were on set helping them get it technically right for my dad.
So when all this was going on, did your dad park his car and say, "Okay, I'm done with my stuff," and just went? You guys was on the road.
Yep.
Yeah.
And at this point, we filmed the movie my senior year of high school. So I was 17, 18. So I'd already been racing Super Comp and Super Gas for like 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
So we were
You were
heavily involved in the Lucas Oil series at that point.
And you were bored driving the junior dragster at 40.
Mate, you could drive the finish line like at freaking champ, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
had
did.
I had a junior for a brief moment, like 4 months.
Oh,
That was
1990.
Foxy
Who?
freshman. All right.
Oh,
There you be.
That was
I-
my boyfriend in the movie. What's
Yeah.
his name? Todd.
check out that shirt.
Todd.
Homecoming.
Well, we had to be pulled out of school and stuff, and so I'm sure it was homecoming week, and I just wore it there and couldn't even.
We flew back for homecoming, remember?
Oh yeah, because you were a senior, I was a freshman. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
I
It's
was
just
going to ask you how the school sports and stuff fit into with as much traveling as you did, how you got back and forth between practices, games, homecomings, and all the other stuff.
You saw the scene in the movie.
Right.
No, that
is this guy still are any of these guys still acting other than the two main characters that we know about?
I looked this guy up a couple of years ago. I think his name was Derek Boone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is this the guy you had to like break up with your boyfriend to go out on a date with him?
That was my Chris in the movie.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, he's still like a very low character in a bunch of HBO movies. HBO Max.
He looks like a soap opera star.
He does. Like he could be on The Young and the Restless.
Yes,
And
exactly.
What's really funny is he looked a lot like Erica's actual high school boyfriend. Like
Yeah.
a lot. It was kind of creepy. And they didn't like have a pic. They didn't cast him to be it. It was just her love interest
Yeah.
or whatever. But to answer your question about the travel and back and forth, my dad, now that I'm an adult and have a real job and then go racing on the weekends, I don't know how he did it. That was Arlen, our chassis builder. He was like magic. I don't know how we were able to do it, but he would drive all night and get us there, and we would sleep, and he would go to work Monday morning and we would go to school, and I don't know how. And my mom kept everybody's shit together. My mom's the one who got all these pictures, so shout out JL. But our parents absolutely killed themselves to make it happen.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
crazy. Look how young you are. Look, you guys are so young. I mean, I feel like this is like 1980, but it's not. It's not really that long ago.
Oh, Jason.
I know. I'm saying it just.
They're color photos, at least.
Yeah.
know.
Color
They-
photos. It was
they'd be-
2003.
I know. I was 23 at the time, so you know.
So you're older than me.
I'm older than you, but like I feel like if we were looking at Steve's shit, it would be black and white,
Hey, I'm
and
not like
bell
you.
bottoms and shit.
I like bell bottoms back in the
I
day.
know.
Now, about that. My basketball warm up shoe or stuff had
Who-
bell bottoms, so
Who
don't
was
even.
the crew chief kid? Do you
Yeah, that's
guys
who I was going to ask. Randy
Yeah.
from the movie, Randy Jones.
Yeah. I feel like he's been in another movie that was famous,
He's been in a lot of stuff. Like he's
Yeah.
very randomly
like a
He's
Goonies
in a
kid
lot
or
of
something.
Disney movies too.
Yeah.
Did
But
he-
he could talk about Big Dave. Tell him about Big Dave.
You had a
Well,
guy.
wasn't
You
that
had a
Nathan?
Randy-o? Go ahead.
What?
I'm sorry.
Wasn't Randy Nathan or was it Dave? Because
It
Nathan
was like a
was
combo of so the characters, like my dad told them our story, and you know they had to just keep it between whoever they were, the friend, the boyfriend, of this. But we had a guy named Dave Byers who
That's him
worked
right
for
there.
us. Yep, with the white
Yeah.
shirt on.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
was awesome. We call him Super Dave, and he worked for my dad. Like handled the motorhome, the trailer. Like he would help service cars because my dad had a full-time job, obviously, to pay for this. So we had a shop, and Super Dave handled everything for us. And long story short, ended up even going on and becoming a part of Erica's crew on her first Pro Stock car. Like
Yep.
followed her all the way, and still comes to St. Louis every year. And then Nathan Keel lived in our neighborhood. So my dad we lived on like a corner of the main street, and the garage was always open and the trailer was always out. I'm pretty sure they invented HOA because of us, but the dragsters were always going. And so all the like neighborhood boys came over to hang out with our dad.
with their street cars, their Camaros and their Mustangs, and it was so fun. It was so
It was
fun.
fun. So it was kind of a combination of those two, but Super Dave was and is Superman.
I mean, it's
with
fun
you.
to
Yeah.
it's fun to watch how this kind of motivated you and molded you guys into who you are, though. I mean, because you talk about guys coming over with Mustangs and things like that, and you guys are in a male dominated sport. It's hard to, obviously we can still say that, but I feel like in drag racing, it's not male or female. I think I've been beat by Lizzie. I've been beat by Melanie. I've been beat by a lot of different girls. And this kind of shows that can happen, that it's not a male dominated sport and that a girl can do it. And if anything, I think Erica might have a little bit of advantage. Girls have their brain width is different than ours. They can stay focused longer.
They're
I don't know.
They're deadly. Every one of these young girls coming in here are deadly. I mean,
Yeah.
and they're following between Erica, Melanie, all these people that come into our sport and done it. They're just bad to the bone. Every one of them.
I think if the girls have got the drive and the right, because going through the junior program, a lot of the girls quit at 14, 15, 16. They hang out with their parents and whatever, but you get that phase out. But the ones that really stick, like, Amber Franklin's going to be the same kind of way. When they are truly motivated and into it, they do have a different mentality to it, and they are dangerous. But to your point a minute ago, Jason, I'll boast Erica for a minute here. Like, I truly believe NHRA was, Jordy Knowlton is our enemy. I truly believe that the NHRA was very involved with the filming of this, and I don't think that they really knew what it was going to do. But I believe that the shift in girls and junior dragsters in the late 2000s, 1000% had a lot to do with this. And
there's a ton.
Yes.
Dude, you look at pro junior and top junior in PDRA, man. There's a ton of girls. Look at those glasses, Erica. Where did you get those from?
Killing it,
bro. Come on.
Yep.
2002.
I'm sure if we dug up old pictures of me, we could laugh a million times. Because
was Jordy really the enemy the whole time, like it was in the movie, and his dad the same way that way, or is that just more portrayed?
A lot of them are composite characters of a bunch of people, but Jordy Knowlton takes the place of this one kid who shall remain nameless. But he was always such an ass and just jealous and a crybaby and rude. And when he'd beat you, he'd shove it in your face. When he'd lose, he'd cry and cry and cry. And he's the same way as an adult. But anyway, yeah, that's Jordy Knowlton.
Yeah, it was kind of a combo. Like, one thing my dad's kind of famous in our world for saying is Disney kept saying, well, we need a hardship. This is a great story. And he said, I've worked my ass off to make sure these girls do not have a hardship. So don't tell the wreck, the accusing of cheating. That was real. Oh, there's dad. And the enemies, that kind of thing. So they took just a lot of these little negatives and created kind of these monsters of it to create those hardships.
The wreck, whose idea was the wreck?
Disney.
I was gonna say, you guys didn't actually have a wreck in one, right?
No, I'd say the biggest.
And you hit the net like you were a top fuel car, just
Absolutely.
by the way.
That was going 37 for sure.
Yeah, and then was back at the track an hour later, oh, I'm fine.
Look, Aaron Stanfield's wife just said, I told Erica and Courtney it was because of the wreck in the movie that she quit juniors.
Dude, that was I'm sitting there watching it with my daughter, and she was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's be honest. She didn't hit it running 300 mile an hour. If she hit the sand trap in a junior, it would bog down when the front wheels hit the damn thing.
Yeah.
But and then they cut the cage off the damn car. Why are you cutting the cage off of it?
Then the brazing it back on, so she can make a run the next.
Braced it back on so she can make a run.
And the life flight, get real.
That was a little much. They life flighted her out, and
you got to have that.
As a father, it kind of ran through my head because my daughter had a junior for a short while, and it did. I've seen accidents, and it does happen. It still would take my heart. I don't know if I could handle that.
Yeah. But. Did you guys ever have a scuff or a mishap?
Nope.
Oh.
That was made up. I never quit. In the movie, they had me quitting for a little bit.
Oh, that's right. Because you quit for the boys.
Yeah. No, I
that would have been
No, but you continued racing, and then she quit.
Yeah. This is the big thing. What happened? You won 26 races, I think.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And then, Erica won, more, but what caused you just to say, okay, I'm going to step back and let Erica go on?
Nothing really, to be honest. Again, with the stick and ball, I was very, very committed to volleyball. We were both gymnasts and stuff. I did gymnastics all the way up to level 9, but volleyball and track, I ran hurdles also through high school. And I was more concerned with the high school sports and all of that. And I would race whenever we had time, but my dad and Erica would go racing and my mom would take me to 4-day volleyball tournaments and whatnot. And Erica did that too, but the older she got, the more she raced. And I was still in the high school sports. And I don't remember who told me this, but I wish that I could. It was a professional racer at the time. It wasn't Tony Schumacher, but somebody of that caliber had said, like, if you're good at sports, like, look, you can race till you're 70, like play sports while you can. And I remember hearing that and just kind of playing sports. And then my parents got divorced and Erica got the gig with Cagnazzi, and things just kind of naturally expedited in a way that I don't think our family was ready for. I think we were going to just like sportsman race our whole lives, and who knows what was going to happen. But that opportunity came, and it wasn't ever a decision. It just kind of was the shit that came natural. And then I went to college and moved to California, and I raced top dragster and super comp out on the West Coast for a little while. And then I got a job. I got a job at Sparco, and then got a job doing PR.
But Courtney also drove a 69 Camaro in Super Street. She did top dragster. She did super comp. She drove a clutch car with a Liberty in super stock.
I did.
Yeah. Won some Wallies in that thing. I mean, she people don't know that she kept on driving. Everybody thinks that she just kind of,
faded out.
Put it out.
I just did it whenever it was convenient.
Convenient for you.
Wow. I mean, I had no idea. I mean, I love super comp and top dragster. That's what a lot of people don't know this. Like, my dad raced from the time I was born till now, and I quit when I was like 16 or 17. We had a junior for a little while, and then I just didn't get into it. I was into low riders and being a mechanic and working.
You like that, huh?
I was a mini trucker. Unfortunately. Yeah. I had the S10s with the big wheels and stuff. And then when I turned about 19 or 20, I was like, you know what? I want to try this again. And so that's what happened. And here I am today. So I don't push my kids. I really don't. I probably should push my kids, but they don't. They seem to just be like okay with just being at the racetrack and not racing. And if they want to do it, they can do it. If they don't, oh well. It'd be a lot cheaper if they don't want to do it.
Golfer or something.
My son is a big golfer.
Yeah, I'm trying to spend my Sundays at the country club.
Yeah. And my daughter, she's really tall at her age, so she plays basketball. So I don't want to take away from that. I feel like that they just need to do their thing, and if it falls into place, they will. So, my dad has pushed me really hard in the last 20 years.
How was that? Did your dad push you guys like in the movie, like push on the racing side, or that was all you guys?
He did not push us. It was always our decision on what we wanted to do. But if we were going to start something, we were going to finish it.
Yeah, no quitting.
There you go.
Yeah, you cannot quit. Even if it was like for a year. I remember Girl Scouts like in the 3rd grade, and I was like, this is so stupid. And he's like, nope, you started it, you're going to finish it. So that was a big rule for us. And then if you want to have an A+ life, you got to make A's in school. If you want to be a B or C student, then you can have a B or C life. And those are the decisions that you have to make. So Courtney and I made straight A's all through high school. And that rule stuck, that if we made straight A's, we could travel anywhere in the country. If we made a B, we could only race in Texas. And if we made a C, he sold our car. So
wow.
Yep, he was very strict. But I mean, we made it out of high school and college without having any major mishaps or ending up in rehab. And we
Damn.
That's what he always says. He's like, I got you out of school. You didn't get pregnant and you didn't go to drug rehab. So
wow. That's an accomplishment nowadays. It really is.
That's real life talk right there. I like it.
But he is a fantastic, both our parents are great, but our dad was like, he kind of instilled the mental toughness in us. He used to go give seminars on the importance of positive mental attitude all over the country. So he is a big reason why Courtney and I are wired the way that we are, which has a lot of benefits, but there are some detriments to it as well.
I feel like the race car trailer in the movie was your real race car trailer. Was it your actual race car trailer?
I don't remember.
The red one?
I would say the red one. Yep. Like a 20.
Black. Only black.
Dang it. All right. Well,
now do a fun fact of what was ours, that big jacked up truck that Erica drove.
Oh, the Ford?
Erica's truck. Now it didn't have the gay checkerboard on it.
It did not.
But that
And
was
it had
Erica's
Mickey
truck.
Thompson Baja belts. It didn't have the BFG all-terrains. They were big, knobby mud tires.
Okay, all right.
They definitely gated
I
up
had
a
that in
little
my
bit.
notes. I was gonna say, did you really have a jacked up truck, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
That
we
was
both
good.
did.
And that was my license plate frame. This is not my boyfriend's truck because everybody would always ask me, "Is that your boyfriend? Is that your boyfriend?" No, it ain't his
That's
race car either.
That's a Texas
Awesome.
thing. That's
That
Texas.
is awesome
Well,
stuff.
my dad said if somebody's going to hit you, they're going to hit you in the ankles, not the skull.
There you go.
Yep.
Other than, hey, when you started the movie, how did these girls that come to play you in the movie, did they like come with you guys to see how you acted amongst each other at the racetrack and, you know, kind of portray that? Or they just, you know, when you got
No
to
life,
set?
no coaching. What do they call it? Acting
Yeah.
coaches.
Just that little bit that we hung out before. And then I don't remember how old Beverly was, or even you weren't there, but all of the actors, because we had to pull out of school. It was, you know, I think I went back after 3 weeks for a few days in order to keep some UIL things going. But we had a truck or a trailer that there was this teacher on site, and all of our teachers had to send our lesson plans, and we went to school. So like during the filming, I think that was another reason I was socialized more with these little actors and actresses that played too, is I would have to go to school with them in the trailer. And Erica was already out of high school, and so she didn't really have to. Her and Beverly would just do their own thing. But we all hung out all day, every day on set whenever it wasn't somebody's like specific day to shoot. So, but no preempt. They did, you know, a little homework here and there, reading interviews or whatnot, but like there wasn't social media. Like now you could go and search someone and figure out their personality and whatever. I'm telling you, we lucked out that they both acted like both of us.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the $1 million question. Royalties. Do you guys get royalties off of it?
So before they sold to ABC, it was different. But Disney sold to ABC. I get enough of a deposit to where I have to file some sort of a tax thing, but not enough to where I see like it hit. But my dad also, again, with our best interest in mind, the options of payouts, since we were of minor, I was a minor, you were in college, but I don't know the correct terminology, but basically like buying the rights to our name or not. So my dad kind of chose the early on, and it paid for all of my school, room, boarding, everything. And we had these accounts that while we were in college that we lived. So we kind of took, you know, if you won the lottery, it's the lump sum or the overtime kind of thing. He took care of us very heavily. So I think we make like $6 when it's aired or something.
No, but yeah, I mean, they bought the rights to our story.
Yeah.
We still get paid every time it shows. And then it definitely took care of both Courtney and I's college at Texas A&M. So it was a good deal.
I just feel like every time I clicked on it on Disney Plus, you were getting paid. So it made me feel a little better. Like I'm just like, okay, you know.
I feel like if it would have been 5 or 10 years later, when social media came out, it would have been a life-changing ordeal. But missed that boat.
It really is a great movie. I think once you get past a little bit of the cheesiness that we recognize because it is drag racing, the junior getting crazy in the burnout and that kind of thing, it really is a story that I think some people can relate to in our industry and outside, because we had to choose between family and racing. And it, like laying there in the bed, just because like I told you, I had to rewatch it to refresh myself. And I let my daughter watch it years ago, I'm like, damn, this is actually shit I've had to deal with. Like I've missed weddings. I've missed birthdays. Countless Father's Days and Mother's Days deal, you know, that kind of thing. And I know you guys too, because you're on the racing side and she's on the production side. So, you know, what's going to happen when baby Spencer gets here? You know, you're going to have him in the studio?
I mean, yeah, we're buying a motorhome and she's rolling with.
She's rolling along. That's right.
Rolling with. But again, we're going to put a golf club in front of her at all times. I want this child to make me money.
No, not cost you money, because drag racing sure costs you money.
That's the thing. That's what I've learned. Like, I'll do this for a little while and Spencer can have fun and do the funny car or whatever, but I'm going to stick her with a golf club. And then Erica will get a hold of her and all hell will break loose and I'll lose her.
Right.
So once the movie's done, you guys went through this whole deal. You got flown out to Hollywood for this premiere, correct? Or was it in Florida?
It was in Texas.
Texas. All
Yeah.
right. I just figured like you were walking down the wall, the stars. And
Stars.
stuff.
Red
Yeah.
carpet.
That's
Yeah.
our parents. Nothing was
There it
happening.
is.
Nothing was half-assed. My dad,
That
again,
is literally that's a selfie with one of those digit
Like a
cams,
digital camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, those ones you buy. Those yeah.
So this was River Oaks Theater in Houston, Texas, and my dad and mom, like I'm telling you, they're extra. Look, you can even see the movie poster on the wall right in front of
I
Erica's
see
car.
that. Yeah.
And we brought
And
down
on the marquee sign said world premiere of the Eric and Courtney Enders story, Right on Track. And Beverly came out and Dwayne Dunham, the director. And I mean, there's a couple hundred people there.
Oh,
So we got to
It
invite
was
our
awesome.
friends and like our teachers that helped us to be able to miss school and stuff, like Coach McElroy and Coach Monahan. They were there, and just people that had helped along the way that my dad really, both my parents really wanted to, like at least say, hey, here's what we did. Come reap the benefits and enjoy. And the red carpet was super extra. They picked us up in a limo from the house. And
There it is.
Wow. That's right.
yeah,
that's awesome.
it
I
was.
like how Erica is taller than Courtney in the movie too, by the way.
Yeah.
That's the
I'm taller
opposite
than
now.
her in real life too.
No way. Really?
It's my
I'm
personality.
just wider, so it appears that I'm
Oh,
Oh, that's not true. That's
Oh.
not
Not
true.
anymore.
Yeah, no joke. You lay off the beers.
I know.
Jeez.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Lord have mercy.
Look at the
Gross.
Chihuahua.
Sweet fucking crimps, Erica.
Thank you.
Who's the guy on the right?
That's Aaron Hubbard, and that's Mike Sambursky.
I know that.
Look-
I didn't know who the guy on the right was at all.
I'm
If
pretty
they're
sure
not
that's Aaron
19,
Hubbard.
if they're not 2000, early 2000s, I don't know what is.
It's all
Yeah, that was so not the guy that was portrayed in the movie, but Erica's then boyfriend was Baldy in the middle right there, and then Beverly. And who's
How are you bald at 18 years old?
he was
He
a
shaved
choice.
it with like a Bic razor.
He was a
played
soccer player.
keeping it smooth,
He
styling.
was a choice.
Listen, I've not made the best choices, okay?
He was all right. He was all right.
No.
Where did you go from the premiere to where you went to college, I guess, and Erica went on racing? I mean, how did that transform into,
Look at that. Are you guys going to prom or is it? Oh, that's got to be the premiere.
That was for the
Christmas time.
that was the premiere.
Yeah, that's right in front of our house.
oh,
That's
wow.
our brother on the far right, my dad, Erica's boyfriend, and then oh my god, mom looks totally different. And then
Yeah.
me, holy crap!
Dude, Courtney looks like every girl I ever dated in 1990.
I knew you liked it.
Like, just straight hair, just, straight up choker. We got the choker going.
Yep.
I mean,
I was trending, Jason.
you were evidently.
You were so tan too.
I
Whoa,
may or may not have
was.
worked at the tanning salon.
Oh,
And
The guy with the long hair, that's that Dwayne Dunham guy, the director.
Yeah, he was the director.
Erica's got the turtleneck all the way up to her chin there.
I
She's,
Listen, I'm still the same way. Polos at the racetrack, like business all the time.
Yeah, I
Courtney's
like
the
that.
fun sister.
That's portrayed in the movie. Exactly. just like
exactly the
that.
same way. Yeah. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
true.
I've always been like careful of who I'm hang out with, what I say, who I'm with, what I'm wearing. Like it's always been. What's that
She
thing?
is not like that. Courtney is not like that. I
No.
can tell
I
you that.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
For two people that I hang out with heavily.
Exactly.
She rolls an armpit and just
I
right on through.
You have to be careful as a female. It sucks, but
I came up to Erica at World Series and I was like, "Hey, where's your sister at?" And she was like, "Well, fuck you too." I was like, "What?" Oh, sorry. Hey, Erica, how you doing? I was like,
It's
it's
yeah,
usually how it goes. Hey, where's Courtney?
yeah,
I'm busy. I'm a social butterfly.
Fun
Yeah,
sister.
right.
Yeah.
exactly.
You-
So, if you had to do a remake of this movie, could we do it now? Like, who would you get to play you, Courtney? If you could pick any actress right now, current, to play the new Courtney.
God, I needed a preempt for that question.
Sorry, I'm gonna hit
I
you
don't-
hard.
I don't even know either.
What about you, Erica? Same thing. I could maybe
I
Jennifer
honestly-
Aniston. Jennifer Aniston.
Well, that's really nice. Thanks. Yeah.
Well, if we're going that route, like Sandra Bullock. I'm
I
just
was thinking Sandra Bullock. Yeah.
There you go.
I think that, gosh, what is her name? Not Jennifer Lawrence. That she's a funny one. Like just personality wise, Brie Larson. Honestly, I hate to be boring, but I mean, she's the one who played me then. I think that it could work now, but oh, what's the funny girl's name? She's always saying dumb shit in interviews. Maybe it is Jennifer Lawrence. Kind of a raspy voice. Probably her.
Did they ever approach you about a second movie?
No, somebody should though. We
Right
did.
on track.
Yeah.
Right off track. We're gonna do right off track this time.
Yeah,
Well, it couldn't be on the Disney movie, that's for sure. The Disney Channel, rather.
we did a Flow documentary for the 20th anniversary of Right on Track. It's called Speed Queens, and you can see it in front of the paywall and all that. It's on YouTube. It's on Flow's website, and it is not necessarily like a follow-up, but like they literally just picked up. They came and filmed at the racetrack. We did a documentary style set of interviews at the shop with other people about us too, and it's really like a snapshot in time of where are you now. And it is, the bleep button was heavy.
Ooh, sounds like a drag queen show.
Yeah,
That's what
Speed Queens. That's us.
Yeah, Speed Queens.
We were drag queens before drag queens were cool.
Yeah.
So
How did that, when you guys grew up, did you guys
like sisters? Like my wife has a sister. I know how
Right.
they are.
I mean, we fought like siblings fought, but I also thought in the movie it kind of made us like we didn't really get along and we were super different. Of course, we've always been really close, but we have, thrown down. So
Over clothes, right? Is it over clothes?
still over close.
I steal a lot from her.
She doesn't return things.
That's my wife says that about her sister. Like she had a deadbolt on her closet when I met her. I was like, what do you have a damn deadbolt on your closet for?
Then you turn 40 and you borrow a necklace for the banquet, and then you do give it back and you still get accused of stealing. And then 3 months later, she finds it and is like, oh shit, my bad. So like,
Yeah, well, I said I was sorry, and it was in the purse that I let Jenna borrow.
Months. Months.
So
You took months.
Hey, if the shoe fits, you gotta.
yeah.
No, we would kind of go at it. I would pick at her though, like all the time. I would just
I can see.
but the older we got, when we went on the road together with Elite, like in 14, I feel like our relationship went to adults and we became better friends than sisters. And we learned very quickly that as long as we don't share rooms, we don't arrive at the racetrack at the same time because we have very different paces and personalities in the morning, we can avoid any arguments if we avoid certain times of the day. And that's what we've done.
I feel like you are not a morning person, Courtney. Really? I would have thought you were because of racing.
I don't want to get up and like for the first few minutes, but once I'm up, she says I talk too much and I need to shut up and my personality's too loud for that early. And she takes her time. She'll spend 10 minutes putting lotion on one arm and I can get ready in like 15 minutes. So it aggravates me and my pace aggravates her.
Yes. Her noise level aggravates me extremely. I don't want to listen to music or a podcast in the morning. I want to just be quiet. But you also have to remember I work for Richard Freeman 24/7. So that is a whole nother thing in itself. Like that man operates at 10,500 RPM. He takes no spool up time. And Courtney's very similar to that. And I kind of need to idle for like a little bit and have some
You need a little me
caffeine.
time. Little me time.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel you. I feel you there.
I get that. But
But it also comes with dealing with idiots,
Oh,
just
yeah.
all the time. So whatever. I'm trying to stand up for myself here.
Right. But did you guys have a little time that was separated when the racing stopped and you went on pro stock and you didn't go on tour right after? So you wasn't together as much as you was for a little while. Right?
There was a chunk when I moved to California in like 2007 or 8. And Erica was just trying to make she was earning her chops and trying to figure out if she wanted to be pro racing here and there and running with the Don Schumacher team. And I very much did my own thing and we'd see each other at the racetrack and stuff, but that's probably the only spurt that we had like that. And then I moved back home and then I started working for Richard too. So
yeah, since 2014, we've been on the road together full time. But before that, it was dabble here, dabble there. She worked for Sparco. She worked for Monster. So I'd see her a lot on the road. And she used to date Langdon and he was always racing. So we would see each other a lot.
Wow. I learned a lot about you tonight, Courtney.
So I had my top dragster kick up right there.
Oh, I get you. Okay. Learn a lot about somebody. You know, you get them in front of the mic and start grilling them a little bit. You start learning
Yeah.
things.
I love my job, Jason.
I see that. I see that.
Right.
Yeah, good.
Yep.
What is it funny when you have to interview her now, or do you guys get to do that much?
So it was the pro race, the first pro race. I'd been with Flo like 3 years and I hadn't had to interview Erica yet. And I was so freaking nervous. And I don't know why. I just, for some reason, thought that she wouldn't take me seriously or that I would screw up. And I didn't want to screw up. But after that one interview in the pit, I was like seriously shaking. I don't know why I was so nervous. I remember we had to sit down when we did that live thing. I hated it. But now, like, it's the same with Spencer. I really don't mind it. It's almost like a psychopathic thing of just flipping a switch and we'll just be bullshitting before the camera comes on. And then instantly it's, for some reason, it's easier to turn it off with them now.
It's
You
fun.
do a good job.
You do. It's fun for me to listen to NHRA live and to watch the Fox stuff and to see, like, I know that girl right there. And then Erica's up there and I'm always pulling for Erica. Like I've actually pulled for Erica before I knew Erica, just because I felt like she's a great driver and she didn't get the credit initially that she needed. And when she got to the point where she could win and had the car and she could drive, she was tough to beat. Like, I'm thinking to myself, they're fixing to get their ass whooped by her. And
they did.
It did. And so now you get to see somebody that I know driving a pro stock car that I didn't know, and then a friend that it went into the production end of it, and you get to see that. It's pretty cool. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it really is. It is totally one of the highlights of my career, is to be able to know you two and what you've done. So, you know,
Well, thank you. That's so nice.
it is. It
He
is.
thinks like I whooped her ass.
I know. She didn't make it far enough for me to race her. So.
Hey, there's time. There's time.
There is, because I'm a very bad chip drawer, as we know. And
You
so
are the worst chip drawer.
in the history of
That's my biggest complaint with Richard is I want to race Pro Mod so bad, right? And every time we build a car and we start this program and I've driven every power adder we've had, and every time we feel like we're figuring something out, then he sells the seat, which I get because it's a business, right? But I'm like, you always make me work all the bugs out and I'm the test dummy, and then we get the car good and you let somebody else drive. Like, please, I just want to freaking race when we have a good car one time.
We still have the Erica Enders rule in NHRA Pro Mod.
Yeah, princess.
The
Which
cover.
one?
The cover over the transmission.
Well, there was 5 rules.
Well, okay.
You're welcome.
Well, okay, let's go over them. The cover over the transmission. What's the other one?
The window net, fresh
What
air.
Fresh air.
was
The
the window
net
net?
has to have that
Little
old
tangle
piece.
thing? Why is that?
the-
Because you couldn't find it or something?
No, because the buckle melted.
Oh,
Those
that's
old
terrible.
school seatbelt buckles, like
Yeah.
they used to. I
Yeah,
couldn't
did
get
not
out.
know that.
So
That's
is
bad.
the window net, fresh air, the tunnel.
See, she can't even remember how she ruined y'all's
No,
lives.
we put.
She didn't
Ty-
ruin our lives.
Actually, all very good things right here.
They are,
Stevie-
actually.
Stevie Fast was like, "Oh, the safety princess, whatever." But listen, I thought I was dying that day, and I was
Yes.
like, I do not want the next idiot that just wants to race a piece of crap car like me. I don't want them to have to go through what I went through. So if I can make it safer for the next
Hey.
person, then, and we're already all spending a whole bunch of money anyways. Like, what's another couple hundred
Yeah.
bucks here and there?
And I didn't know about the window net thing, but you're right. That is a good idea.
I couldn't get out, and I'm pretty sure my angels opened the winter net, but I came out of that car with one buckle
winter net.
unhooked, head first, without taking the steering wheel off, because I was on my last breath of air, and I was like, I'm gonna have to go over the transmission, and they're gonna come. I can't get my big ass over the transmission, so they're gonna come find me. I'm not gonna be in my seat. I'm gonna be hung up on the transmission, and I'm gonna die. That's the last thought I had in that car.
Well, thank God that did not happen.
It did not happen.
Thank
No, but
God
I
that
learned that
didn't.
day that I do not like fire. I don't like
Yes.
it.
I
That's
don't
a
think any of us
scary
do.
deal. I had
No.
one burn a little bit, not quite like that, but I can tell you, I come out of that thing. I thought a gas grill lit up, and I said, I'm coming out of this thing.
Every time I have a fire or something like that, like Lyle Barnett flashes through my mind. I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of this thing
Yeah,
quick.
keep your eyebrows for sure.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
exactly.
I didn't have fresh air. I didn't have none of that. No, it's the same thing. And
I'm bad about forgetting my shield. I'm bad about it. I'm so bad about it.
Jason Harris.
I know. I do the safety squint though.
That's it. That helps.
You don't get stuff in your eyes though. Everything
Mm-mm.
that floats around, or like I always get hosed down with transmission fluid. If
You
there is
do.
a liquid that goes in that car, oil, training fluid, rear gear, I don't care what kind of fluid.
How the hell's the rear end
coming
grease
out.
go up?
It does.
How are you getting that in the car?
Elite Motorsports, baby.
So
Working out the kinks.
working out the kinkiness.
Test
Yeah.
dummy.
So Top Fuel is in our future, we hope.
It is. Aaron Stanfield and I are gonna go get our license. It is the Monday, Tuesday before Brainerd. So August 17th, I think.
I will know 2 Top Fuel drivers at that point in time.
Yes, indeed.
Spencer
That's awesome.
and Erica.
Oh, I was like, who's the other one?
We're gonna see. We're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see if I like it or not.
You don't like fire, darling.
I know.
At least
thing
it's
is-
behind you. So I
Yes,
have
it's true.
She's
Very
gonna be a
mixed
dragster.
emotions. It's a dragster, which blah. As long as you have like a set of huevos to drive a dragster, right? Like the Funny Cars Pro Mods, I think are, no offense, go ahead and dragster people, write me on friggin' Facebook. That's fine.
Yeah.
I think they're just a little bit easier to handle. And
They are.
I think that, and she's made a couple of comments. I've seen her sniffing around Spencer's car, and I'm like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. She's like, yeah, but these are cool.
The whole reason we decided dragster was because when we took it to NHRA to be able to drive both a nitro car and pro stock to be in 2 professional classes, the compromise was dragster because funny car is in between
Between them.
pro
Yeah.
stock and
Give you time to get
dragster
back.
on Sundays. So
What I would love to be at an NHRA race, if anybody's out there looking to sponsor a car, I could come run Pro Mod so I could hang out with you guys. But hey.
I would love for both of you to come in HRA racing. We need these personalities.
NHRA needs you guys, y'all's personalities and talent.
Yeah,
We like
because
stirring the pot a little bit.
I love Derek Minholt, but he's not a good interviewer. I mean, just be honest with you. He's
He
a great
hates
guy.
doing it. Every time
I
I
know.
go up to him, he's like, no. I'm like, you qualified number 1, my guy. You have to.
Yeah, exactly. And all you have is Stevie and Lyle, and they get to talk every week at each other, so it's whatever.
Yeah,
So
definitely need y'all.
Come on.
yeah. Well,
We
guys, I really appreciate you guys coming on and sharing your story. I think it's a story worth watching. I really do. Like I say, if you can kind of get some of the cheesiness out of it because you're older and you're not a kid, but it's Disney-fied. My daughter and my son really enjoyed it. So, I mean, I think if you go and watch it, you'll see a lot of the side of racing that we got to see, and that's growing up and having to choose sides and racing and that kind of thing. I mean, it's just one of those things that I thought maybe ignited drag racing for a lot of people or accelerated it for some people.
It brought a lot of kids, but a lot of young girls into it, 100%. And we thank you guys for that because the sport's way better for it.
Well, thank you. That's part of the deal that's pretty cool. And even still today, 20 plus years after the movie, like Courtney will vouch for it, at the ropes, at the nationals, we still get kids that come by that have either just seen it or that saw it 25 years ago and they raced and now their kids are racing juniors. Because I mean, it's really, really cool to hear all of the stories. So it was a huge blessing for both of us.
I have one quick question for both of you. I know you got good stuff to talk about when we get off. I'm excited to stay and watch as a listener. Did you by chance see a cameo of myself or my sister when you were watching the movie? Okay, so you caught it.
I did. Crystal caught it. She was like, "There's Erica right there," and I was like,
You come
and I was
in,
like,
she was sitting to the side with her little girl. And
I was
didn't catch it.
pissed because they made me tie this little bow scarf
You're
on my neck.
so
And
good.
I'm not a girly girl, so obviously.
I like the end of the movie too when they showed the super comp dragster and you guys. I was like, "Damn, she won a lot of junior dragster races. Son of a bitch, I won like 4."
Yep.
But like I did it in 1995, so
Yeah.
I had the world record, by the way, at 1081.
There's a picture of your junior I saw on the back end of this deal.
Let's show a picture of my junior here.
Oh,
Let's see.
there it is.
Oh.
Look at that boy.
Hell yeah.
I don't know who that kid is. I don't Intimidator. I want to say that's Ken Rigenthal Jr., but I can't remember.
Isn't that funny how you remember just random kids you raced?
That's
to?
what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Steve, I heard you say, Steve, if you had a junior, it would have been like the horse and buggy.
That'd have been a 4-wheeler out in the back field.
No, hell no. It would have been a mule and a damn.
I ain't damn old. Look at that gray hair you got, man. Come
Yeah, a
on.
lot of gray hair.
Hey, I did junior. I didn't race. My daughter did, and she did very well. But I was so selfish trying to run the pro mod car that we didn't take her. She won like 5 out of 7 races, but we just didn't go because I was foolish. I'm not gonna lie. I was foolish, selfish.
Well, you're a pro mod champ now, you know.
I guess I don't feel the best about it. So I'm
Well-
actually just ordering some Power Wheel cars for my grandkids to drag.
See, I feel like you can make up for it in some way.
And I would love for my kids to put forth a little effort and really want to do it, because I go up and watch a lot of the juniors run just because it's
you'd
that
be
time.
a great junior dad.
I know, God, and I'm not though. My wife will tell you straight up. Like, I coach my daughter in basketball, and I've been thrown out a couple of times.
That's why you'd be great.
Dude, I can't take it. I'll be done punch somebody.
Believe me, I did the same. I coached all the way. I coached 15 years of that Parks and Rec stuff. Woo.
In about 5 years, Jason, you can come help me and Spencer fight all the other parents.
There you go.
There you go. We'll definitely do that. Me and Spencer put some Canadian whoop ass on their ass or something.
Jason, I have a question.
Yes.
It's not movie related, but I love Harold Denton like so much, and he would come see me every year in Charlotte. How did that all work out with the party time deal? I'm always curious.
So Harold, I drove for a guy named the Boone family, and they were from Lewisburg area where Harold was from, and they went to church with them, and I drove a car with them. Well, back, I want to say like 17 or 18, PDRA implemented a rule that if you named your car, you got 10 extra points at every race, because they were trying to get the monster truck and the WWE feel, that kind of thing going. So I wanted to make, I wanted this. I had the Warbird when I had the Firebird, and so I loved Harold Denton. I love the black. I'm a Pontiac guy. I love the Pontiac. They had the black car with the gold leaf, and that's just him and Scotty Cannon and Tommy Mooney. Those 3 cars is what I remember growing up. And they asked Harold one day, could I carry on that name? And he was like, he would be honored. And it just kind of stuck. I mean, it really did. He would come help me at the races. And, you know, he spent a lot of his last years at the racetrack, and his family still is very, very committed to what I race. And it just kind of stuck. And I think I can carry on his legacy. And it's been great. It's been a godsend for me. It really has.
I love that. That's awesome.
It is.
I think it needs more of that type of stuff in NHRA.
I
More
agree.
names on the car, more of the him against her, whatever. That
Come on.
has to be a part of it.
Bring it.
I mean, just
Well,
it
they
has to
want
be.
the personalities, right? And then when you see the fire and the fights, then you get fined and you get in trouble. So it's like pick your poison. I don't really know, but
Right.
I think John Force has made more people. I think he's been more famous for his interviews and things like that than he ever did on what he's done on the racetrack.
His
You know,
passion.
as far his passion for it and what
Period.
he's done after the runs and things like that. I mean, obviously the man was a great racer.
Yep.
And you look at his interviews, and I try to kind of imitate him sometimes, just because I feel like his passion for it was always at the end of the racetrack, and that's what made him great too. So.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. But I think Erica has the same passion. If you look, the movie portrayed that as well, where she's all business, right? From start to finish. Maybe she don't holler and
I can
scream in
see her
interviews, but
when she's doing interviews, though. I can see what she really wants to say in her.
He's
though.
getting
Like,
feistier.
right.
she is.
I
She
want
really,
to so bad.
she really wants to say that motherfucker. They need 50 pounds put on them or something, you know.
I do. I promise. I want to do that, and I want to punch them in their throat sometimes.
I
too.
like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, girls. Well, we got something else to
Sorry we
talk
kept
about.
you longer than you wanted.
That's okay. I really enjoyed it, and I will see you guys at the racetrack soon. Check
Yeah.
out Erica and Courtney Enders. Double E. Go get them this year. Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck to you and Steve
Yep.
too. I appreciate
Yep.
you guys.
Hey,
Yep,
thank you. Put a
Court,
whoop on
see you
them.
later.
See you guys.
Court.
Yep.
Wow.
Look, he left Erica.
They left Erica.
That was good. I really did enjoy that.
I did. That was cool. That's
It really is cool.
look, I'm an older guy and I still look up to her.
I
That's-
know, and that's the weird thing.
that's
Like,
the
she's
weird-
younger than me, but I feel like she's done so much more than I did racing, just because of the opportunity she had and what she's done. And Courtney, you know, obviously I know Courtney through Flow and the Pro Mods, and I know Spencer and that kind of thing. But
Yes.
man, what she's done in the last 3 years, where her career, as far as the production side of it, because she adds something that I think a lot of production people didn't have initially, and that was knowledge. Like, she knows what the flip she's talking about. She
100%.
doesn't sound like some. I hate to say this, but Tushy up in the damn stands sometimes forgets what he's doing, and Courtney can kind of rattle off. Oh, that's a nitrous car, turbo car, pro charger, Harts charger, whatever it is. She knows right off the bat.
She knows all the rules, in and outs, who likes who don't, what's coming up, why, all that. Kind of like you're like Channel 9 news anchor, and I can't hardly speak, so it's same difference here.
Okay, all right.
But anyway,
so what in the hell has happened in the last week or two?
man, it's a
shit show. It's a whirlwind of stuff that's happened.
Yep.
A
lot to go on. I know politically correct comes into play and all that, but at the end of the day, the IHRA cancels a bunch of races.
Yep.
And then a week
Which I was
later,
okay with. I was okay with because I felt like we were going into a stretch of really hard racing. It was going to have to be Maryland, then Milan, then Ohio, and it was going to be a lot of stuff back to back to back. So I was okay with that. And I kind of thought, I was told initially that they did that because they knew that the facilities were not up to par. I think Milan had some water issues, some storm issues. I don't know where else. 42 was still having some issues with a few things, but so I was okay with that.
But then they come back a week later and cancel the Triple Crown. The rest of the season.
Yep.
And
there's been a lot of stuff, dude. There's been a lot of stuff back and forth. There's been a lot of naysayers. There's been a lot of positive stuff. And there's been a lot of, and I told you this earlier, we kind of talked about this earlier in the day when me and Steve talked, was it really divided the racing community. It has become the red and the blue in the racing community. You got guys that wanted to say, I told you so. This was never going to work. This was BS from the day one. And then you got guys that are saying, look, give the guy a chance. He did a lot for this. He did a lot for that. He changed the way we do things. Dude, I mean, what we don't need to happen is exactly what happened. It divided us as a sport. It made us look like we're a bunch of damn hacked up hillbillies that just go out and drive fast cars. It sucks. It really does. If anybody knows that it sucks, I know that it sucks.
Yep. It was good that we had a lot of places to race, and they was putting the purses out there that needed to happen for the money being spent on these cars.
Yes.
And was it a bad deal? Like, I went to 2 races, both races, you got food, ice. Everybody talks about the ice, whatever, but that's a gesture. But the food, where else can you go for $40 as a family of 4 or whatever, drive in the gate, watch pro mods, fuel cars, pro stock, every good class in the country, plus watch bull fighting, whatever, for 3 or 4 hours for $40? You can't do it. So the business model is fine, but does it pay out at the end as far as can you run a business in the red that much?
Obviously not. I mean, I think we got that answer. I think we all knew that answer. I think we all knew that what this man was trying to accomplish was almost unobtainable unless you were just absolute billionaire.
Correct.
I think he got some bad advice initially. I think he put people in place initially that were uninformed or ill-managed. They were obviously available to do the stuff because they wasn't good at what they did. There isn't a lot of people in this industry that know what to do and to make it successful. And I think at the end he had a good group of guys, or still does. How about that? I think at the very end, I think Foley did a great job. I think Josh Hammond did a great job. I think even Larry Morgan and Rick Moore and everybody that they had that was a part of the Triple Crown, the first one they did in Ohio, I think he was headed in the right direction. I think he just got so far veered off initially that it was hard to bring it back.
I agree on that, but also you can't run a business model in the red. Correct? I don't know any business that can run. Maybe, I think everyone thought originally he had that much money that he could just run in the red all the time. Is it wrong? I'm not going to say, but at the end of the day, you got to pay your bills.
Yeah, and I think there's
Plain
all these damn different theories about data centers and this and that. And dude, I mean, I raced with him because it paid good. It was the entry fee was cheap, the racing was good, the payout was really good, the competition was fierce. It was something else to do. Otherwise, because we had lost Big Dog here, Rockingham wasn't doing anything. I was initially, it was going to be hard for the first couple of months, and we were going to race them both, PDRA and IHRA, and kind of just see where we were at. And I was lucky enough to be up in top of them on both, which I didn't think would happen, but it did. And I ended up having to run both, and it was running the shit out of me. I dedicated thousands of hours and thousands of dollars to be a part of both organizations and to be a part of IHRA and to win. I won some money. I got paid some money, both sides. I put in everything I had to win this championship because I wanted to be able to have a chance to win but 2 championships in 1 year, or at least pick up another championship, because I don't know how long I can race. I mean, I really don't. I got great sponsors. I got people standing behind me, but you kind of throw up the Kyle Busch thing. You just do not know. I can wake up tomorrow and have some debilitating illness, or something could happen. I can get hurt at work. I work, I'm a mechanic.
Yep.
If everybody knows that, I can get hurt at work. And dude, I raced as hard. I put everything I had into it. And when they canceled the race, I went in. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I went into a depression just because of the simple fact that I had given everything I had to this organization initially to be able to deliver wins, money, and prestige for what I put in. And I just feel like I've been shortchanged.
Well, I think there's 2 sides. You just like you said, red and blue. You got the guys that are big supporters. You got the guys that are pretty much on the shit side, said it sucks, whatever. But at the end of the day, you can't overpromise and underdeliver. Period.
Yep.
That's just my opinion. You can't overpromise and not deliver. And did I have a great time there? Yeah, it was all great, but you can't overpromise and underdeliver.
And I'm not the only one. There's a lot. There's fuel teams, pro stock teams, top sportsman teams, those Nitro Outlaw guys. The pro stock guys are really screwed. They have literally nowhere to go. So not just talking about us, talking about pro stock guys. I mean, I know guys that were building motors, cars, different things. They have nowhere to go, guys. Not talking about pro mod, not talking about top. They have nowhere to race. They literally will have to start their own organization or start pleading and begging and going across bridges that they may have burned.
Yep.
I am fortunate enough that we still have PDRA, which I never quit on PDRA. I stayed with PDRA for, I know some guys missed the last races, but it was, you guys had a conflict of interest with Melanie and them because they had to be at Norwalk. Randy had some motor problems. Camp's daughter was having graduation stuff. So there was a lot of stuff that just coincided. And I think everybody's like, well, Bristol, there'll be 20 or 25 cars. I think there was going to be that there anyway, because there's not really a lot going on in between that.
A lot of cars down, a lot of cars down. I think the big thing on the internet, as far as what I've seen, people hating or loving either way, but is the Triple Crown yourself was available for the million. And now, even though you won and put all that time in there, the million's not there now.
Nope.
So that's one reason why a lot of people want to run the Triple Crown, because the million was available.
Yep. And I'm not eligible for it now because they have taken that away from me. It's almost like somebody gave you a lottery ticket for $1 million. You scratched the first number off and it was a 7. You got halfway done with the second number and you could look like a 7, and then somebody tore the damn ticket out of your hand and threw it in the trash.
Yep.
It's the what is or what was.
And the big thing is what's going to happen. That's the $1 million question. What is going to happen? There's speculation for a million things to happen. Like you said, data centers, whatnot, but what really is going to happen and what's going on behind the scenes that I don't know. Some people probably know more than others, but I don't know. I don't know because I don't know all those guys up there.
I mean, a lot of the stories some of the stories got to be true because I've heard 10 stories and they all are in line and none of these people talk to each other. So obviously there was a money issue on the upper management side. Obviously that they woke up one day and figured out they were bleeding money and they had to stop the bleed. So that all coincides. But here's the biggest problem I have with it is they say that they're going to revamp and they're going to try to do for next year. And that's all well and good, but how can somebody in good faith go run with them thinking that they'll get halfway through the year and they'll just pull the plug again?
Correct.
So
Here's my other big thing. When I roll through the gate, you got to pay, right? You got to pay. I can't say, hey, I'm going to pay you in a month. I'm going to go ahead and run this race. I'll send you the entry fee here in 3 or 4 weeks because I'm waiting on a check. That don't work in business. I'm not knocking them. But just at the end of the day, you can't. I got to pay to get in the gate. I think most of these venues should have the money there or checks wrote when we leave.
and that was discussed amongst the higher ups because we were getting, it was but like PDRA, they got the checks there, but if she mails a check to you later, it might be a week or so. So become, it might be a week or two. And so it started becoming, and then they did the direct deposit, which was really cool. I really like that because boom, it was there. And,
I agree, but they're a proven entity. Okay, you got to wait 7 days. No, I'm in business. I wait 30, 60 days on certain jobs, but you're working with proven thing. But I've also years ago, I took it because you wait your 60 days, 90 days. Now you're the number on the list and you don't get it. Is that what's going to happen here? I don't know. I mean, all roads lead to the wells dry to me.
I don't know. I know they owe everybody for the last race.
Correct. Everybody thinks everybody's been paid. I know they haven't. I know we haven't.
No. Everybody's talked against everybody. I don't care if you're Mountain Motor Pro Stock. I don't care if you're Little Pro Stock, if you're Top Fuel. Nobody's been paid from the Triple Crown, the first Triple Crown race. Nobody's been paid from it.
Yep. And that's the biggest thing on the outside. I think the internet warriors are pushing, right? And then he comes in there, over promises, under delivers, but then all your keyboard
you know what? You know what? ADRL didn't pay me in 2013, but 8 years later, they paid me. 8 years later.
Hey, that's
$8,000. He paid me.
And that's saying something. And maybe I can't believe this guy is that good a businessman that he would roll in here and buy as much stuff as he bought, right? Hundreds of millions of dollars that now you just have to stop. And I don't understand that the workings behind the scenes, but at the same token, there's no way he got where he's at not understanding some type of business plan.
And maybe he's trying to think like it's his type of business or like what you guys do where your 90-day note and, 60, 90 days. Maybe he thinks that that's just how the racing world works too, that,
Right.
I'll pay you when I get this check and, rob from Peter to pay Paul kind of thing. Maybe that's what he thinks, but I appreciate what he tried to do. And I'm not boasting that I think this guy did the right thing. So let's get that off the table. Yeah. I think he saw something that he wanted to try to make big and bad and great, or otherwise, why the hell did the guy do it, guys? Come on, man. I mean, obviously he paid us up until this point. And I mean, if he didn't, if his whole grand plan was open up and buy these things and turn them into damn data centers, he did a pretty shitty damn job at it because all he had to do was just buy and run one race and say to hell with all of you. I mean, this guy went out and bought trucks and tractors and side-by-sides and tractor trailers. I mean, he spent more money to make this look like a facade than anybody ever seen. So that's obviously not what he did. I think he had a grand gesture. I think it just got out of control. Like I thought my dad was bad with money.
I don't think he'd blow 500 million.
And maybe, I've had some other people think, maybe this guy just doesn't realize what this kind of money does to somebody like me and you. Like the money that I won with them changed my racing program. It got me through a lot of racing. It helped me tremendously, man. I mean, because I get a lot of sponsor help, but I don't get the sponsor help that that is what I'd say game changing, where I can just go to the racetrack and live carelessly and blow shit up and do what I want to do. I don't do that.
Mhm.
I race about as budget friendly as anybody can. I'm very grateful for all the sponsors I have, just like you are, and it has opened up a door that would have never been opened up for me. And I'm trying to be as politically correct as I can about this because I don't want people to think that I'm for the guy or against the guy. I'm trying to give you both sides of it.
Mhm. You're being nice.
They owe me money.
I
They
get
owe me money. They owe me money. And if they want people to continue and not run this guy in the ground, then they need to pay up.
Mhm. I get it. And my biggest thing is I think the whole thing was I like I said, I enjoyed those 2 races we went to, and it was fine, but it gave a lot of people a place to race. But business-wise, there's no way this guy is not smart enough to know. He didn't get to the position he'd be able to buy 20 drag strips or whatever by being dumb. I don't think. I mean, I don't think someone acquires that type of wealth being not a very smart person or
No,
not paying their bills.
I mean the told you so's on the internet have been going crazy. Yes,
Oh.
obviously we told you so. You told you so. We told you. Okay, we get it. We get it. You won. You won the battle. You got the told you so's. You know, we're all stupid because we went out there and we raced and we got a lot of money. And if that makes me stupid, then I'm fucking stupid.
No.
But I didn't give up on anybody. I didn't change my plans on anything. I just raced as hard as I could and tried to get money. I do the same thing again. If it was BDRL next year, I'm going to do the same thing. If somebody else comes out with another series next year and says we're going to do this, then I'll do it because I want to race. That's the bottom line. I think a lot of people, and this is probably going to ruffle a few feathers. I think a lot of people thought it was going to be the old IHRA. Like I think some of the older guys, even my dad included, and maybe a little bit of me, thought it was going to go back to the older days.
Right.
But that ain't never ever going to happen. Those days are gone, bro. I mean, they're not going to get them. The super stock guys have died off or went to NHRA. The hot rod guys have went to bracket racing. Super comp guys are bouncing around. What I'd love it to, I would love to wake up tomorrow and let it be 2003 and we go to Norwalk and it's 1,000 cars and 70 cars in Pro Mod trying to get in. But bro, it ain't going to happen.
Right.
So those people just, those people just need to relax. They need to get over it. We need to change it. And maybe that's what's wrong with where we're headed. Maybe there's not enough vision to get us past this point that we think that drag racing is going to be like it was in 2003, 4, and 5 or in the 90s. It's just not going to happen.
Yep.
I mean,
I thought they put on like I said, a great show for a family to come in and watch.
Dude, their fuel teams were coming around. They were getting money where the fuel teams were coming around. They had a great fuel show. Sure, it wasn't NHRA level stuff, but dude, they were side by side. They did great jobs. Even the damn altereds, man, those altered guys were putting on a hell of a show. Somebody needs to pick them up and put them as part of their show because they were a little shaky to begin with, but then at the end, dude, they were awesome.
They're cool to watch. I will say that they are cool. Gosh, the internet's just blowed up, and the next couple of weeks are going to be very, very interesting to see if the bill is made or what happens to this whole organization. And if they do pay up and they come back in 2027, which I hope they do because it's good for the sport.
Yep.
Period. It is good for the sport. Gives you a place to race, whether you do or you don't. All those other guys, it's a great show. But I think the purse has to be there on site or no one's going to be there. If you don't write that check.
Yeah, at least get a check.
I just don't think because you can't wait. As a racer, you got to pay at the gate. You should be able to have our money when we leave.
We've said that from day one, but I think we've all just kind of went about it because we were going to be there, whether the guy paid us when we left or not.
Well, drag racers are not the smartest people in the book. I'm just going to let you know that we're not the smartest people in the book. But if you're going to advertise it, how many promoters have advertised purses and then people get there and race and then they don't have the money to pay and then it goes away? You've seen it. You've been around for. You're not quite as old as I am, but you're kind of gray. So I know you've seen a lot of even the local stuff. Some small promoters come in, they promise they can't deliver, and they're gone.
It wasn't, everybody can say it was the fans, like he didn't draw fans and he didn't draw this and he didn't draw. bro, it wasn't the fans that didn't cause this problem. Like he wasn't going to he could have packed every damn race there was at $40 and it wasn't going to make up for the fact that he was losing millions at races. You know, I mean, like there was some good races and that last race, the Triple Crown was a good, it may not have showed it in the stands, but there was a lot of people there. Galat was good at the beginning of the year. Milan was a little off the Pro Mod Mania, but that was a local thing that they've always done. He just kind of adopted it.
Right.
It wasn't that much money, but that's kind of the way it was.
Right. But
I mean,
at the end of the day, it would never happen. Tommy and them, but what would happen if PDRA didn't pay? Or what happens if West Buck wouldn't pay? The internet would go just like it's doing right here, would just freak out.
Yeah.
Right. But we know that's not going to happen, but I'm just using that as a instance.
I mean, West don't pay us when we leave World Series of Pro Mod.
No, but it comes.
It does come.
And just like this guy, it may come. I'm not going to say it isn't, but we're just questioning it because he's canceling races beforehand. So has the well went dry? That is the $1 million question. Has the well went dry?
In my opinion, he's got enough assets as far as trucks, tractors, equipment, side-by-sides, shit like that he could sell off and pay off the racer. They say the racers are going to get paid. I don't know when, and I don't know, how that's going to happen or what's going to happen. I would think that if he thinks he can come back, because from what I've heard, he's going to keep all the tracks open. He's moving some people around. People are going in different directions. He's going to try to keep all the tracks open under that Durana name. I think, everybody asked me about Piedmont because I'm local Piedmont. Piedmont is leveled. The track is ready to be poured. The tower's originally there. I think he's either going to keep it until somebody buys it, or he's going to keep it until he gets the money to where he can fix it.
Well, here's the other question. The other tracks that he's bought and whether he's paid for them or not, what happens there? What happens to him? If he can't pay us, how's he going to pay for those? Or will he? I guess
I don't think how he could throw away that many. If he throws away that many millions, then he probably did have as much money as we really thought, and he was that crazy. But I don't know. I mean, in my mind, I'm the world champion of Pro Mod and IHRA because I had a 6-round lead with 10 rounds left. So I won the world championship in IHRA for Pro Mod. I think there was some other guys that were probably in the same boat for some other classes. I think that I deserve a shot at the $1 million again because I've, obviously got shortchanged on this one. The last one, I had a shot. I think I had a really good shot because we're going into one race at the 2 races at one racetrack. So no weather changing conditions. The track was going to stay the same. So if you give, and this as good as I do, if you give me that many hits on the same racetrack, I'm going to be fast.
I called that. I'm like, same weekend, 4 days straight in a row, I was like, that's not a good scenario. For if somebody comes in there and gets hot, whether it's you or whoever,
yeah. It's
just, if you come in there and your setup is point blank, how sometimes these cars, you just show up and all of a sudden they're fast.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just a scary situation. You see what's going on the internet.
I just wish everybody would just absolutely, there's been a lot of back and forth. And, everybody talks about the cycle drag guy. That's his job, bro. His job is to get under your damn skin. Because when he gets under your skin, guess what? You click that damn button and you paid for that. You paid for that ad. That's the whole thing. He's been run out of every motorcycle racing there was there for a while. So, I mean, just don't let him get to you, bro. It's just words, man.
He's just stirring the pot. Drama sells. For sure. It does.
Just LIEV, man. Just live it, bro.
But, man, I've seen guys on there arguing.
Oh, man. It's been
back and forth. It's unbelievable. Like, I mean, they mean well. Don't get me wrong. The races mean well, but I think if he does not come back in 27 and does not pay, it's going to be bad juju for other promoters.
I think it will change drag racing. I said this earlier. I think, if he doesn't do it, it will set drag racing back 5 years.
I agree. As a racer, do you want to show up? I mean, we know Tommy Franklin's going to pay. We know that when you go to PDRA, we know that there's no question. We know West Buck's going to pay, but do the racers say, "Hey, we want the money when we leave now"? Or I mean, does that?
There's been I mean, not just, I'm not talking about Tommy and them, but I'm just thinking, dude, I've been to some no prep deals. I've been to some bracket races. Hell, me and my dad went to bracket races when I was a kid, and the guy took all the entry fees and then decided to cancel the damn race and left with the entry fee money. They were going to burn the tower down. They actually ended up getting him back, and we ended up running that night. But this is not a new thing, bro. Everybody acts like this is the first time this ever happened in drag racing. Are you kidding me? This has happened.
I just, as me as a person, I just find it hard to believe this man has this much money. I go back to that, but if he knew the well was going dry, why did he have this race? Why did he have it? And that's all I can say. If you knew it was going dry, you're just gonna. It's kind of
maybe he did. Maybe he's more normal than we think. He was just like us. He was looking for that new blower or that new Harts charger, and he woke up one morning and looked at his damn checking account, and it was about 100 million less than he had. And he was like, "Holy shit, I got to do something."
I'm not going to say I have not done that. I have. I have 2007 and 8. I don't even want to talk about, but I did exactly that because I waited on money from jobs and I overspent, overpromised, same thing I said earlier. I did it myself, so I know. And,
we don't know, guys. I don't care if you're Pro Stock Gordo or Cycle Drag Guy or Swanstrom or all these guys that are getting on here with a lot of opinions. Bruce Mullins has been on there with a lot of opinions. My dad's been on there with a lot of opinions. We can only speculate. We can only take the information that we're given and try to make sense of it all through talking to Joe and Jim and Bob and trying to get all these things together and trying to figure out the truth, because we really don't know. Because again, it comes down to one person. This is not a committee of people that made a decision. This is one person. So, right. I mean, I have no idea. The guy might still have 500 million in his damn account and he just ain't paying because he's an asshole. I don't know that. I don't think so, but because why have we paid us up until this point?
I agree. And just all we can do is hope that the money's paid, because it's not. It's going to be really bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. I'm counting on. I was counting on a lot of money coming in this year as far as stuff that I wasn't counting my chickens before they were hatched, but I was, I felt like I had a comfortable thing. I'd really put forth the effort. I'd really tried really hard to make. I put forth a lot of effort and spent a lot of money to win money, and I am owed what I am owed from them and maybe more, but I just feel like, dude, I don't know, man. We gotta come together and figure this thing out, or our sport's done. We got to figure it out. Yep. We got to quit naysaying on each other and trying to get, everybody all up and armed. And I think a lot of these guys do it because they're trying to get internet traffic and maybe, and I'm on the borderline of this Facebook kind of thing because that of way my age is. My dad believes everything on Facebook is true, so, I can, like, dude, my kids don't even, Facebook's so gay. I'm like, all right, whatever. But it is frustrating. And I just hope that we can come to an answer. We got PDRA Bristol coming up. We all know it was going to be a good show. They got their doubles up stuff, things going like that. They got bracket, top sportsman, a couple other things that they've doubled up some money on. So for sure,
Keith Haney's got Midwest coming up at Martin, which is a great race. A lot of people coming to that.
I never know. I might venture out there. I'm just saying, maybe.
Keith invited me to come. It's just a long ways. God, it's 13, 14 hours for me, man.
9.5 for me. I just looked it up today.
A 9.5 I'd be going. It's that extra 4 that gets me. And I love 131. That's my favorite.
Bob would drive those 4 while you took a nap.
Yeah, right.
Just saying.
Yeah, I hear you.
But that's a good thing. But I don't know. This whole deal, there's plenty of places to race. That's another thing. Was the market oversaturated with races? Because I know you're killing yourself trying to run multiple races. I mean, we was doing a lot, and we finally just said, we can't do it all because I got to work.
That would have affected the racers, though.
Not right.
Yeah, not the spectators.
No, but I'm just saying overall, do you think with that many places to run obviously pro modified is the hottest class in drag race.
Yeah, probably.
But if you run them every week, week in and week out, does it just do you think it waters it down or no?
Mm,
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I think it did initially. I think he did it like a wow factor. That's what I kept thinking to myself at the beginning. He did it like, ooh, I'm gonna hit you with a shock, and then we're gonna kind of reel things back and kind of figure it out from there. But I mean, it is what it is at this point. I just hope everybody gets paid. I think we can go on about it whether he has a series next year or not. It's the only time will tell. Only time will tell. So
I don't think anybody knows what's happening. I mean, it's so much controversy going on right now with that whole deal. And then not paying too, so that even puts more on it. And you got whether it's the guy that loves them or the guy that hates them, we're in the middle. We just want to race.
Yeah.
And we want to get paid for what we done. So
yeah.
I mean, you spend the money, you spend the amount of money you spend on your race car, and then will it make or break you? Probably not. But you done won it. I mean, you put all that time and effort and money, and it's like business, and then not get paid.
But I won life-changing money.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest thing. If we were talking about a little bit of money, it wouldn't be that big an issue to me. But I'm talking about life-changing money. I'm talking about changing my racing program, changing a lot of things. And I guess I was naive enough to think that I was actually headed in the right direction for once. But
and I think that's where the haters come from. The hater side come from. They see it, and
nothing would have made me happier to get on there and just absolutely cuss every single soul out that I wanted to cuss out and really give them what's. But what's good's that going to do? It's just going to make me look stupid. They're going to win because at the end of the day, they still did what they did, and it's not going to change anything. So what the hell?
No, I just hope the well did not go completely dry.
Supposedly the racers are going to get paid. They're going to revamp and reschedule and whatever they're going to do. They're going to keep the racetracks open. They're going to move some employment around. This person's going there. That person's going there. So far it seems to be okay. They had to tractor pull at Galot this weekend. They seemed to go off without a hitch. I don't know if anybody got paid. I can't answer that. They're not in that world.
Well, we're going to have 2 weeks from this show to the next one. So then that's going to change a big scenario, I think, one way or another. I think you're going to be way happier or way more pissed off. It's going to be one or the other, right?
What's pissed off going to get me?
Nothing, but it's still you're going to vent.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
I can vent now. Dude, I'm in customer service half the time. I have to deal with everybody comes to my store. I can tell you some stories, baby. I mean, that's the way it goes. Obviously I feel like I'm owed and I'm going to get paid one way or the other.
No different than us. I mean, we're not owed as much as you, but we're owed. So, and we'll put that out there. I think a lot of racers just don't say it, just hoping because they don't want to stir the pot.
Yeah. So what if we get on here? I know somebody put on there, who's owed what? I want to know, blah, blah. So we get on here and we say, this son of a bitch owes me this amount of money, blah, 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 blah. And then, that would slow me down from paying the ones that talk the shit. I would talk, so I think maybe in our mind, we're thinking if we just cool our jets, let it regroup, and maybe we'll get paid. Same thing we did with ADRL. Hell, I didn't even know I wasn't paid from our ADRL till ADRL was already gone, basically, because the money used to come and then it didn't. And then 8 years later, I got my check and he paid me. Kenny Allen paid me my money that he owed me.
Yep.
And,
Look,
my
Brian
wife
said we being honest.
Yeah, I mean,
Brian Lone, look here. Look, see, I can work this thing.
I mean, dude, I think a lot of people expected us to get on here and go flipping nuts and say this and say that. But what do we do? We're racers. We went racing. He gave us an opportunity to race for big money. We did it. He paid us, and all of a sudden it stopped. What happens if NHRA stops tomorrow? They're going to be the same damn boat. And they can't say it can't happen because it can happen. We all can stop. COVID proved that you can all stop. So
I agree. And Brian's as good a guy there is in the business. So I think we covered most of it without being really bad. Did you?
Oh yeah, I think with that. I mean, I think I think Court and them on Shake and Bake, they're probably going to get a little more in depth in it. They don't have as much skin in the game probably as we do as far as what's going on. So they'll probably cover some stuff that we didn't in their own little way. But hey, you're welcome to your opinion. You know, you can vote red. You can vote red or you can vote blue. That's your damn opinion, and that's why it's democracy. So.
Yep. I just think business, the biggest thing, and I've said it twice here already, but don't overpromise and underdeliver. You can as a business do the opposite, and you're the man.
Well, in my business, that's the same thing. Like you'll call me tomorrow and be like, "Hey, man, is my truck going to be done tomorrow?" And I'll be like, "Man, I'll be honest with you, bro. It's probably going to be Thursday afternoon." Well, then I'll call you Wednesday morning. I'm like, "Hey, man, that truck's ready." Boom. Yep. I'm automatically a hero because I got it done a day faster than I am. But I knew not to tell you that it was going to be Wednesday because shit happens. Parts are wrong. Joe didn't show up. Whatever. That kind of happens. And
just like the racing, you're going to be standing there doing it. And
yeah,
I just hate that you pay to go in and you don't get your money when you leave.
Well, we've said that, and they were, we said that initially because it got a little slower as it went on. At first it was 3 or 4 days, 5 days, 7 days. Then it turned, I don't know, 2 weeks, whatever.
2 weeks. I've been 2 races not paid, but just saying.
You need my truck Wednesday. Well, you can get Thursday afternoon, JT. Thursday afternoon, we'll get it to you, buddy. Be good as gold. Tires
will be rotated and all, JT. You be good.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, hey, look, we really appreciate you sticking through this. There's going to be a lot more to come. There's a lot more podcasts. There's a lot more people going to be on here talking this up. I felt like we need to get it off our chest. We owed it to Courtney and Erica to bring them on here and talk about their whole upbringing with the Right on Track and the Disney movie. It was really interesting. That is something that I really like about drag racing is we can bring that in. We can do heartfelt things and really come from the heart, and we mean it. We really do mean this when we talk about this, and it was something that brought Erica to where she is today, and Courtney also, and that was great. We got to talk about the IHRA bullshit. They were the boost, and this is the bullshit. So, but
sometimes you got to stir it. You just got to put the facts out.
Smash the like button, subscribe. Follow us on Pilot Racing. Follow us on Party Time Racing. We don't really have anything going on, I think, until we come back on because we've got Bristol coming up. Midwest has got some stuff going on. They got their Northern Nationals, so don't forget to check out Keith Haney and them guys.
Yep.
Jessel Valve Train, we can't thank you enough sticking by us.
Yes.
2 old hillbillies talking about drag racing.
Still the best products in the world.
That's right. I didn't even drink any of my drink. I brought some drink up here with me. I didn't drink.
Dude, we started talking this stuff. I'm 3 in. It's terrible. I don't even want
to. If I got drinking to 3 or 4 in, buddy, I might really tell you how I feel.
Well, I sent you some Bullsh apple, but I'm just telling you.
I've already drank all that up. That's gone at the beach. I got another case of it.
I wasn't going to do it, but I got pressure here. Look, I got text messages, emails right here. I got shit going. I seen you looking down. I know you was getting stuff.
Yeah. You see me looking down. I'm always looking at Steve. My camera's up here, so I'm trying to break myself with that. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you joining 39th episode of Boosting Bullshit presented by Jessel. Check us out 2 weeks. We'll be back on. I'm not sure who we got coming on next. You remember?
That's a good one. I don't know who's next. I haven't looked at it. We're gonna get it.
It's bedtime.
Bedtime. Look back there. There's the next man in line right there.
That's right. All right, guys. We really appreciate you. Again, check out Pilot Racing. Check out Party Time Racing. Boosting Bullshit. Subscribe and like. We really appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
We'll see you next time. Give them peace out.
Yep.